Good morning, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Today we are buttoning up this Nv-3120. It's a black and white color machine. This is a guy from Paris, France, who actually bought this unit. And I just got an email from him. I've had other people comment on this. This is not a PAL unit, or this is a 60 hertz VTR, not a 50 hertz VTR, which when you're in Paris, France, is a totally different type of signal, and sort of like a PAL signal, actually. This is not a PAL unit. This is an actual NTSC unit. And the guy contacted me, and he, apparently he doesn't know too much about electronics, and I think he bought this in haste because when I told him that he ain't actually going to be able to play it, it's not PAL, he was very, very unhappy because, he doesn't... he didn't know too much about these machines, and he wanted to buy it, and he thought he was actually going to use it, and it's a PAL unit, and you're going to go through all that conversion. So anyways, he bought this unit. It's not PAL, and he contacted me, and even though we did get it working complete now, it's all working properly and everything else, and got done doing all the video repairs and restoration on this unit. It looks like I'm going to get stuck with the machine now because he has second doubts about actually wanting the machine as well as paying for it. This is the problem with the work I do. I get screwed on a lot of repairs because people don't really realize what they're buying. If it ain't something you want fixed, or you're not sure what it is and you absolutely know what you're buying, don't just ship something to me UPS and buy it online or whatever you're doing, because I have to put all the time and effort into doing the restoration and repairs on these units. I have to get paid too. Now I'm not going to get paid. I'm going to get a machine. Of course, I'll have another machine laying around, but this is what I do for a living, folks. I can't just do free repairs and then, oh, by the way, I changed my mind. I don't want the machine because I can't use it. I get all these people contacting me from all over the world, and I think a lot of these guys, they like what I do, and maybe they want to get into doing stuff like this, but if they don't have the proper machines, and if they live in other countries, you got to realize that's a PAL format. It's not an NTSC format. So a lot of these guys don't understand that applies to regular video decks as well as these old vintage video decks. You got PAL and you got NTSC. They're two totally different things. So if you guys are not interested in buying something after you send it to me because you realize you made a mistake and then you had it serviced, then I get screwed getting paid. And then the person who buys a machine, I guess, he didn't pay much for the machine, so he ain't at a loss on the machine. I'm the one that's at a loss. I'm the one that put all the 2 or 3 days repair work into this deck, so I'm losing the big service payday for this deck. So, if you guys buy something, understand what the hell you're buying. Don't just ship me something, I want to have a service. Oh, by the way, I'm in another country. I can't use this. So you could just keep the deck. Oh, I could just keep the deck, but then I lose a ton of money on the repair job. All right? People, I just don't have time for this shit. If you guys are going to have something serviced and I fix it for you, I need to get paid. I have bills to pay. I don't sit there and work on these things for free. Simply pisses me off when people do this. This has happened to me 2 or 3 different times. If you are overseas in another country, read my lips. Anything you buy, if it isn't a PAL format, it's not going to suit your needs. Don't buy it. Especially buying something like this and then drop shipping it to me and, oh, you really want it, and then turning around saying, oh, I can't pay for it, I don't want it. Tired of dealing with stupid people. I pay, I put in a lot of time and effort and work into these machines with parts and labor and everything else, and then I get people doing shit like this. If you can't buy something or pay for something because you realize you bought the wrong equipment for the country you're living in, you need to know that ahead of time. Educate yourself a little bit on video equipment, folks. You got, like I said, you got PAL and you got NTSC. There is a difference. You need to know the difference. This is the 2 totally different types of video signals. You got to understand what you're doing. Now I got an Nv-3120 and I'm not getting paid. Just great. That's all I need right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.